What's going on, everybody? It's Chad, the UFC Dad here, MMA Moneyline Show. We're going to do a quick breakdown, run through our predictions for UFC 321 this weekend. Aspinall versus Gain. I have 10 picks chosen for you guys. Hopefully, you keep winning some money. I just ran through the math here. I'm still hitting that 60% overall, a little over 60% overall on all my picks. Dana White Contender Series just ended. I finished at 66%, a little over 66% on that one. So all profitable for us. Hopefully you guys are putting a little bit of money away. Holidays are coming up. Things get expensive. All right, going to run into the first pick here. We have on my card Barnett versus Aldo Wahabi. Aldo Wahabi is the Egyptian wrestler. Barnett is a big Kung Fu Panda guy. Hasn't fought in a while. His last win is actually about 3.5 years ago. Barnett's last win. So should be a sloppy heavyweight fight, but it should be fun one while it lasts. This one I'm going Aldo Wahabi. All right, moving on to the next one. We got Jose Delgado versus Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood, brilliant fighter, underrated in a lot of many ways. Been on the side of some controversial split decisions. Likes to find the void though, and that's hard for him, especially with his size being so small. Delgado, 5'11", so he does have that size that we're talking about. A lot of KO power, is undefeated right now in the UFC. But I think veteran experience is going to get done here, so I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood in that one. All right, moving on to the next one. We have Walter Walker, the Clean Monster, just had his fight canceled with Usman. He's going to be taking on another guy who had a fight canceled, Louis Sutherland. Sutherland's making his debut. Big fan of this guy, Scotland fighter, big nasty. He looks like a heavyweight, big nasty guy, but making his debut against a very well-rounded vet guy who's on a nice little win streak here, just tearing up people's legs. I think Walker gets it done here pretty easily, takes it to the ground, snatches up another leg. All right, moving on to the next fight. I'm not sure what order this is going to be in, so I'm going to bounce around a bit here. But we got Ludovic Klein. He's on a good run right now. Versus Mateus Rebecki. Rebecki is tough as hell. His last few fights have just been all fight of the night bangers. Looking for him to rebound though and get back on the win column. And this one, I think he does it here and just has just enough to get Klein maybe even out of there, but definitely enough to keep the pressure on him. So I'm going to go Rebecki in that one. All right, moving on. We have Jung Young Park versus Askarov. Askarov is the famous guy who came over from his only loss was against Chimezi, and then he went on a decent two-fight win streak. Then he got KO'd by Whitaker, but he's kind of being back to the boogeyman now. A lot of KO power that he has. But the Turtle, he's 2-0 in his last couple fights here. He's looking really strong. I really want to pick him, but I just think his chin has been tested, and I think Askarov has enough power to put him down pretty much. So as much as I want to pick the Turtle here, we're going to go Askarov. All right, moving on to the next one. We have Azmat Murskinov. He's undefeated. He is called a professional for a reason. He comes in and gets the job done. Boy, you don't hear nothing about him. You don't hear his name, but he's been in the top 15 for a little while. There's a lot of inactivity. I don't know what that's due to. He does seem to be trained in the States, so I don't know if it's a visa issue or what's going on, but he's going against another guy who had a lot of hype around him a few years ago. Alexander Rakic is 0-3 in his last couple fights. And the theme for this next couple fights, though, not for just his fight, going on to the Aspinall Game fight, Dern fight. These fighters are kind of at the last brink here, and they really need a win, and that's the same thing for Rakic. He really needs a win here. If he loses, I don't think he'll be in the UFC anymore. That's just my bold prediction. So with all that said, I think Azmat Murkinov sends him packing. I think he gets it done here. So Azmat's my pick there. Going on to the next fight, Jalton Almeida versus Volkov. Volkov is 4-1, could easily be 5-0. Controversial split decision against Gain. Jalton Almeida is 2-0, had a little bit of a speed bump there on his title run, but it looks like he's in a good position here. This should be a title eliminator fight. They kind of mashed him up on the same card. I kind of went back and forth on this one too. I think if Volkov can keep it standing, he wins it. But I don't think anybody's stopping Almeida's takedown, so I'm going to go with Jalton Almeida here. All right. Umar Nurmagomedov is making his return. He can't really lose here. I don't think it's not a good look. He'll be dropping down possibly outside the top 10 with this loss because everybody's rising up. And if he loses 2-0 in a tough division like the 135, it's not good at all for him. With that said, Batista is just a winner. He's a grinder. He's going to find a way to win. He's just not dynamic enough, though. So Umar Nurmagomedov should be able to get this one, but Batista is definitely a live dog here. All right, we're going to the two title fights. We're going to go Mackenzie Dern versus Jardanova. Jardanova, she's a very good MMA grappler. She's on a great win streak right now. This is for the title. I think she's going to get a title fight no matter what. Mackenzie Dern, this is kind of handed to her since we jumped up in a weight to fight Shevchenko. So Dern has kind of got handed this fight, and I think UFC loves the markability, but I don't think this is the matchup for her to win. I think if she had a striker, she would have had a little bit better chance. But Jardanova is too good on the ground. I think she's going to get it done, and she's plus money, boys. So jump on that Jardanova card. All right, let's see. Final fight is going to be Aspinall Gain. Gain has not looked the same. Doesn't look like ever since he's been in that movie like he wants to be fighting anymore. He's kind of looking more like a movie star. His last fight with Volkov wasn't what I was really expecting from him. I thought he was going to come and knock his lights out and shout for that title, but he doesn't seem to have that same drive anymore. As Aspinall is kind of on the opposite end of that spectrum. He's dying to fight. He wants to fight. He wants to make his legacy known. It's all his momentum right now, and I think Aspinall just carries it in for an easy victory here, maybe in another first round dub. So that's my 10 fights. Gonna go through it one more time real quick. Let's see here. We're gonna start from the top. We got Aspinall, Jardanova, Nurmagomedov, Almeida, Merskindov, Asmat. How about I call him that? Asmat. Askarov, Walker, Rebecki, Wood, Abdul Wahabi. All right, that's my 10 picks, guys. Let's win some money. Good luck. Peace.